Hello. Hi, my name is Tammy. You can call me Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. It's another video. So, look at me. I'm smart. Look. Oh my god, I solved it. Anyway, so this is a video about modeling. I want to talk about how I got started and where I am right now and where I want to go in the modeling world. So my interest in modeling started when I was about between like 13 or 14. I had a teacher. She told me that I was beautiful and that I should look into modeling. So I thought that was unusual, but then again, very nice teacher. So that kind of sparked an interest, like, oh, well, maybe I should. So it wasn't until I was about 17 when I saw there was it was something either in the newspaper or somewhere, Talent or slash Models International, some company that traveled across the country, across the world. It was like it was like an agency. They were trying to sell you the opportunity to be with their agency, and I thought that was I thought that's how it was supposed to be, because I did not know anything. But you know, I was poor. We didn't have any money for me to even join. It didn't cost a lot of money, but I was like, no, I can't afford it. So they kind of shot down my dreams of being a model for the time, because I thought that, yeah, you have to put a lot of money into it to get started. So I didn't really get started in modeling until maybe a few years ago. I think I've already had a Model Mayhem account, but there was nothing too much on it, if there was anything on it at all. But I started modeling about 2 years ago. I want to say, I guess 2013. And I contacted some photographers in Houston and got some shots done, and I actually did some traveling. And I got some photos and things done. So I've shot not in a lot of places, just certain parts of Florida here, in New York and LA, and of course Houston. And my modeling career has not really expanded much since then, because I've been working in my other career, and I think maybe I have some confidence issues and stuff. I always thought that I was too old. I still think that I'm too old, but then again, there's an industry for women of my age, and there's so many different things that you can do in modeling. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, I want to be a Victoria's Secret model. So since I've been living here in Miami, I've had some really cool opportunities. I've done some promotional modeling in Houston, but I've done some promotional modeling here, which is pretty fun. I think that suits more of my personality, because I'm like a talky kind of fun person. I can sell, you know, very well, and things like that. So it's like, I'm good with products. That's the problem I'm having now when it comes to modeling, is because I think that it seems like with models, it's more about your personality, or your actual, or like your body, or your the enhancements that you've had done, as opposed to the actual fashion that you're supposed to be modeling. A model is just a model for the fashion, you know. But then again, that's not. It's not. It's all about your personality. They're gonna buy the product if they like you, if you come off sensible, if you come off, you know, sexy, or if you come off in whatever kind of way. And that's just, and it just comes from you. It just comes from your natural personality. So I think that's the thing that I've been dealing with right now, is not necessarily, oh, I need personality, but actually finding my place. Where do I fit in within the modeling world? How does my personality fit into what I want to do? So I've had photographers, I've had more than one photographer tell me that I have a good look for commercial modeling, like catalog, even with swimsuit and stuff. I'm skinny enough, you know. I don't have any enhancements, so I have no enhancements at all. And sometimes that can kind of it deters me from, I guess, certain jobs, or from certain castings and things like that, because I know that they're looking for women with big butts, with big thighs, and big boobs. And it's just so interesting, especially down here in Miami. You see a lot of that kind of photography. It's not necessarily high fashion, or just fashion, period. It's not necessarily clothing, jewelry, or makeup. It's more of like, hey, look at my butt. It's sexy, sultry, slutty, you know, things like that. Hey, I can shoot that. I've shot that before. See, I've shot that before. I can do that, but that's not all of what my, that's not all of me. So yeah, so I do, I've been doing maybe like 1 to 2 really good photo shoots a month, which is not a lot. It's not enough. I know there's like a month or 2 that I've like completely skipped. I haven't really done any work, but I've reached out to a lot of models. Instagram is a great way to reach out to photographers and other models, makeup artists and designers. I like Model Mayhem because it's a place where I can see, you know, everything and everybody in one place really quickly. I can see people's bodies of work and things like that. I can connect with other models there. So that's another one too. I haven't gone on Facebook too much. I have a Facebook, but I don't use it at all. So I need to start doing that. And I don't have I have a Twitter, but it's for my work as a realtor. And I haven't used it at all either. So social media is very important right now. But for me, what I would like to do is connect with an agency so that they can put me on and I can get more steady work coming in. Work is not, what I've realized now is that work is not necessarily here in Miami. Of course, I can fly up to New York, I go out to LA, or even overseas in other parts and stuff. There's work to be done everywhere. There are businesses that need models everywhere. So, yeah, so that's something that I would like to do for the future, is to actually maybe even go do some go-sees. I've done maybe 1 go-see. Like I've actually took my photos and things to 1 place, and that didn't go well, but then 1 is just 1. You know, that doesn't count. You have to be persistent, you have to be consistent, and you have to just keep going on a daily, weekly basis and stuff. So that's what I like to do, is actually get with the agency that will, if you will have me and do photos and do work with them. So we'll see. What I would like to say for ladies and even guys that want to start in the modeling industry, just get started, especially a website like a Model Mayhem, or just being on like Instagram and following photographers and models and things like that. You can do a lot of trade for photo shoots where, you know, it's free. You're not paying anything. You may have to supply wardrobe, you may have to supply your own makeup, and of course you got to get to the location. So yeah, it costs money in that sense, but you're not necessarily paying any fees, or you're not paying any rate. You're just exchanging your image, you're exchanging your work for the photos and stuff like that. So you can maybe get 1 or 2 edits, and then that adds on to it. That's kind of how I have some of the photos that I have, is because I traded, because I traded my time for photo, basically is what it is. So it's some really good work. I've worked with some really good photographers. Another thing I can say too is to be careful of who your photographer is. If you do not know your photographer very well, get to know them. Ask them as many questions as you possibly can. Ask them a lot of questions. Ask them what is required of you, and bring a friend along with you when you do a photo shoot. Also, pay attention to your intuition. If you feel that it's not right, then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get yourself caught up in a situation to where you may be harmed or you feel nervous. It's not going to give you a good photo. Like, you want to go to a photo shoot feeling good, feeling sexy, feeling hot, feeling the way that you need to feel for the photo shoot. If you go into the photo shoot and you're kind of nervous because you don't know this guy, you don't know the area that you're in, how well your photo is going to come out, you have to feel good about what you're doing and about who you're doing it with. So be very, very careful. If you're going by yourself, tell somebody where you are and what you're doing, or just bring somebody with you, whether it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, whatever. Bring your pet, bring somebody with you to your photo shoot so that you feel completely comfortable. The other advice that I can give is if you're starting out, you may not necessarily know what kind of poses and things that you do. That's why I have a mirror right there. Anyway, I have a mirror. Anyway, so I have a mirror right there, and I use that as well as like the hundreds of other mirrors that I have in my house to see what I look like. You don't know what you look like until the photographer shows you. It's always like that. So I did a photo shoot today, and I don't know what I look like when the makeup artist is doing my makeup, or even when I'm doing my poses and stuff. I'm like, is this okay? I'm like, is this okay? But I don't know what I look like until he shows me the photo, and I'm like, who the hell is that? It looks like somebody else sometimes. But if you look at yourself a lot, I'm not saying in like a narcissistic, vain kind of way, but just really understand like what your best angles are, where certain things are on your face, how you're holding your face, how you're smiling. When your mouth is open, what does it look like when your mouth is closed, and things like that. Selfies help. Selfies help with maybe your angle or with the way that you know, are looking, or the vibe that you're coming off. I don't know. See how many likes you get when you put your photo on Instagram to see if that photo is good or not. See if that's a good enough photo to shoot. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but I would say go online to your favorite photographer or to your favorite fashion designer or whatever, even magazines and stuff like that. Look at the poses, copy those poses, and then turn the poses into your own. Typically what I do, if I see a photo that I like, regardless of the woman's ethnicity, what her hair looks like, anything, I will try to mimic the pose. I have this one. I have something like this on my Instagram right now, just, or like that, I have no idea, but like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but what I've realized now that I did not know before was that it is about your personality. It's about the vibe that you're giving off. It's about, of course, you are representing what you're modeling, whether, you know, it's a piece of clothing or jewelry or whatever. Yes, you are representing that piece that you're wearing, but you know, you're giving your personality, you're giving your style to it, and you're giving what you're feeling inside. Also, whatever you're thinking inside, it does come off in your photos. So when I first started really shooting, I think I was coming off kind of dead, because I'm so zen. I'm not thinking of anything, so it's like I'll do the photos and I'll just be like, I swear, like I would look at the photos, I'd be like, wow, like it's dead. Like I can't even, I don't know, like my eyes would be completely dead. And the reason why is because I was trying to think about nothing. And sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to think about a significant other. You have to think about chocolate. You have to think about bubble baths. You have to think about something happy, or if it's something sad, you got to think about something sad. And just do it like that. So when you're in the midst of taking photos, you have to think of good things. Or you have to think of bad things. Whatever the photographer wants you to do, you have to do it. And you have to embody. So it's like you're like modeling, but you're also acting as well. So it's like if the photographer wants you to feel melancholy, you really have to invoke that within you. If the model wants you to feel sexy and fierce, you have to have that within your eyes, and you have to just pull it out of your soul so that they can capture it on their lens. So I think that is about it. Oh, another thing I want to talk about too is taking direction. So a lot of photographers that I've talked to, well, not like a lot, but I'll say like half, they say that they like to work with me because I take direction very well, or like the shoots come out very nice, and the shoots are done very, very quickly because I can take direction well, and I have a sense of what the photographer wants with the type of photo shoot, so we can quickly just get a really, really good shot and just get it over with. That's the whole point, because let's just say if you're shooting and the photographer is taking 400 photos of you, you know he's only going to use one or two. He's only going to use one or two. So do the best that you can as far as either taking his direction or giving whatever you need to give to the lens, so you can quickly get the photo shoot over with. You guys can get out of there and you can eat some hamburgers or something. But so yeah, that's what I've gotten from other photographers, is that sometimes they work with models who don't know what they're doing, but then they're also trying to boss around the shoot. And you kind of can't do that unless you're just unless you're a seasoned model, very, very seasoned. You know your look, you know what you want, and it goes along with the photo shoot. It goes along with the theme and with the concept of the photo shoot. So just be very careful about that. If he's a good photographer, like if you've seen his work and the work is good, then trust him. Be kind of like a clean slate, give what you need to give, and then just go from there. So I think that's really it. I think that's it as far as modeling and stuff like that. You guys tell me if I look good as a model, because I don't know. So I saw an article online that said it was about perception. It's about the way that you see yourself. Let's just say if you look at yourself in the mirror, even if you take a photo of yourself, you see, it was like 80% of your beauty. It was something like that. It said that you see 80% of your beauty. So you don't necessarily see 100% of what you really look like to other people. Maybe because you already have preconceived thoughts of how you look. Maybe it's because you're looking more closely at your flaws as opposed to the whole of your face and the whole of your vibe. Maybe you're just looking at like your skin or looking at your face as opposed to the personality that you're giving off as well. So I have to find that article. If I find the article, I'll put it in the description below. But it's like before you walk out of the house and you look at yourself, you may be looking at just only 80% of your handsomeness, of your beauty. Yeah, I think that's really interesting. It actually makes me feel better because it's like I look at myself and I'm like, I do not look so good. Why do I don't look good at all? Okay. But then again, I'm walking down the street and somebody says, you know, you look beautiful. How are you doing today? You look fantastic. So that's very nice. That's all I have to say. That's all I have. And this is as much of the Rubik's Cube as I'm going to do today. I'm just going to keep switching it like that. And then if somebody comes over to the house, I'll be like, oh, and then kind of keep going to put it down or something to make people think that I really know how to do this. I used to know how to do this Rubik's Cube when I was in college. A friend of mine in college had one and I bought one. He kind of showed me how to do it. So I used to be able to solve this within I think like a minute or maybe under a minute, but now I'm just dumb. I'm dumb. That's why I'm a model right now. So if you have any questions about modeling, especially down here in Miami and South Florida, contact me and let me know. If you're a photographer and you like to shoot, contact me and let me know. If you're a makeup artist, I'd love to team up with you. A makeup artist did my makeup today for a shoot that I did. The photos are gonna come out probably in the next week or so, but very, very good makeup. I love it. I love makeup. I love modeling. I love shooting and stuff like that. Something that I'm doing in my free time, but I would like to do this more. I need to do more because I'm not doing as much as I should be doing. I'm being a little bit lazy, but I have yeah, I have a lot of more work to do and stuff. I haven't, like, I'm not as successful as I want to be because I've only like dipped my toe into the modeling world. I have some really good images, but I haven't necessarily promoted and pushed myself as much as I should. The other thing I guess too is is hiring an agent. Be careful about hiring an agent. You don't necessarily need an agent to start off with, especially if you do not have an agency. The agency is your agent. So you don't necessarily have to hire somebody to help find you work. You just need to get some good photos, get some good personality, build up your social media, and really put yourself out there to the agencies. Down here in Miami, all the agencies are here and they coincide, they work together with New York, Miami, out in LA. So you don't necessarily have to do much, you just have to be a little bit persistent and contact the right people. Everybody is accessible nowadays, so there's really no excuse when it comes to modeling. So that's all I got. That's all I got. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Rate, comment, subscribe. Ooh.